if you guys want to start.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our presentation on decreasing excessive media usage while increasing physical activity. Our members are Dana, Stacy, Sarah, Brittany, and Isabel. Okay, first we're going to go over some of the research articles that we found.
My research article was a literature review that investigated whether interventions that emphasize decreasing sedentary behaviors in children and adolescents result in behavior change and weight control. A comprehensive literature search was conducted to identify all comparative studies of interventions to reduce sedentary behavior among children, alone or in combination with other health messages. 2 investigators evaluated articles for eligibility and validity. 12 studies met the inclusion criteria and provided relevant data. Approaches varied, but all reduced sedentary behavior and improved weight indexes. This suggests that emphasis on decreasing sedentary behavior is an effective intervention to decrease sedentary behaviors and control weight in children and adolescents.
Okay, my article discussed the ability of TV and different media sources to impact the body mass index of adolescents ages 12 to 19. The BMI has increased obesity has increased from 5 to 18% in the past 30 years. And so this research article was used to help kind of figure out why. And so they took some teens, they decided to look over different reasons why body mass index might be increasing, including exposure to food advertising that might lead teens to lean towards fast food or different kinds of snacky foods, chips, cookies, that kind of stuff, distracted eating while playing video games or watching TV, and then also the amount of TV watched per day that keeps kids from engaging in physical activity. And it was found that physical activity was related to the adolescents' BMI, showing that kids who did engage in more physical activity generally had a lower BMI. Additionally, the percentage of primary attention paid to TV was associated with a higher BMI, with that average difference being a difference of 2.4 on that, which is pretty significant, considering that kids who are watching a lot of TV and paying a lot of close attention, whether that be because of distracted eating or lack of want to go outside and engage in physical activity, is leading to them to have anywhere from like a 15 to 20 pound weight increase from their peers.
Hey, my study, it was a study that examined the link between antecedent variables relating to obesity in preschool children. So some of the variables included the socioeconomic status of families, the perceived safety of people's homes, outdoor playtime. They compared weekends and weekdays separately, and television viewing. So this study included 3,141 families across 20 large US cities. Surveys were completed by parents to report the perceived safety of their homes, the playtime and television viewing. The socioeconomic details were actually collected at the time of birth by the hospitals and then accessed later for the purpose of the study. So there was a positive link between outdoor playtime and perceived safety. However, there was no link that was found between the perceived safety and outdoor playtime, whether it was weekends or weekdays. So there was also no link between obesity and television viewing in this age of children. So part of their discussion also said that there may not be this link impact until there's several years of sustained imbalance between television viewing, outdoor activity, and future research might look further into the idea of what perceived safety actually is, and some more specific factors which would limit the outdoor playtime and determine if there's actually a link there. So television viewing is also not the only form of sedentary behaviour that could cause obesity. Studies might sample a greater selection of activities This sample also favoured large cities and unwed mothers, so future studies might include more diversity to determine any positive correlations between environmental factors and obesity.
Okay. Oop.
All right, so my study looked at the obesity and overweight rates of 9-year-old children, and it was a self-report by parents. And so they took data on the duration of screen time, which is usually technology, meaning computer, iPhone, iPad, video games, and physical activity over the course of a 2-week period. And the results were found that high rates of screen time resulted in higher increase of obesity and overweight children. Low physical activity put children at a higher rate of being obese or overweight, and the lowest rates of obesity or overweight children were in those that had low screen time durations and high physical activity durations.
All right. The supporting article that I will be discussing is a review of 20 different cross-sectional and observational studies that were about physical activity and sedentary behaviors of children aged 3 to 20 years old. The purpose of this article was to review the published prospective observational studies of the relationship of physical activity and sedentary behavior with the development of overweight and adiposity. Most of the studies under review relied on body mass index to reflect weight, status, or adiposity. A large number of the studies found that there was a positive correlation to increased television or video game time and being overweight. A study in Mexico found that for children ages 9 through 16, with every additional hour of television per day, the odds ratio for prevalence of overweight was 1.12. And in a study of Swiss children, each additional hour of video games played per day was associated with doubling the risk of obesity. The conclusion of this review was that there was a direct relationship between sedentary behavior and obesity, but only in children before adolescence. And that's it.
The purpose of the study was to encourage.
Should we stop recording now?
Yeah. Okay, so let me stop.